Hey guys, I'm a Less 11 Soldier. This is a King Arthur video, and as I promised in my last video with my stage 10 team for Penvade or Plane of Beast, whichever you want to call it, I have been working on another team which is based similarly to that team, but I wasn't going to tell you what it was until I'd perfected it and made it 100%. And I've got there now where it doesn't fail. And that is on, and not only, sorry, should I say, did I jump a stage, I actually jumped 2. So I'm really impressed with this team. And that team is Nest of Yskalhaig. And now Nest of Yskalhaig, I've seen lots of videos, everyone swearing by Morgan. You've got to put Morgan in, you've got to have her leveled up. And unfortunately, my Morgan isn't leveled up, so I had to find a way around that. And this is the team I came up with. So, Sergius in his Flame Relic, and he is in, as always, his 4 pieces of Vigour, and then his 2 pieces of Health. That just keeps him popping his A3, and also keeps his health high, keeps him alive. And then Yskalhaig, who's now going to be my main healer, because I said in the last video, I'm using Sarah not in a healing position. Yskalhaig in her Flame Relic, and as you can see, she is in her 2 pieces of extra gear just to get the stats. She's in her 4 Vigour and her 2 health. And then Sarah, how I built Sarah this time for this is I built her in Vigour with 2 health, but with as much effect accuracy as I can get. And that means an effect accuracy piece there, and this piece with effect accuracy there. And the reason for that is her A1. And as I will show you in a second, here, her A1 is this one, which attacks one enemy, damages 56% of attack, heals the ally with the lowest HP by 5.7% of Sarah's HP, plus 150, which doesn't sound too great. But then when you look at her passive skills, when using skill 1, grants a buff disruption for 2 turns, and grants attack gauge disruption for 2 turns. And as you can see, I've got a leveled up on this, which is getting me the full amount. Now, obviously, if you can disrupt the buffs, you don't need Morgan to remove them. With Sergius doing his A3, which keeps your attack gauge up, it means that Sarah does more A1 attacks. And also Yskalhaig, who, although he's not as good a healer as Sarah is, Yskalhaig with the extra attack, which means she does the extra heals, can keep your team alive. And then Anguish, as we all know, with the A3, going absolutely berserk and doing most of the damage when those dots kick off. And if just in case you didn't see my last video, Anguish, I've got in 4 Vigour again. I've got in 2 counter, and I've also 2 counter. And I've also got him in a full set of Corrosion, which, after inflicting a dot, which is what Anguish does, inflicts a random dot on the target for 2 turns. So, and that has a, bear with me, it was like a 3-turn cooldown. So on every 4th attack he does where he places dots, you get extra dots as well for 2 turns. So it basically means you're getting extra dots every 2 turns, which means more damage. So we'll go into a fight, guys. I'll show you how I've got it set for the auto farm, because obviously that's what we want. And like I say, once again, as I do in all my videos, I work full time as well as doing content, so I can't build everything to the absolute maximum. All I build when I'm building teams is I want a team that can complete the content and complete it on full auto. So I can get up in the morning, get ready, get showered, everything like that. Do an X amount of runs on that content. So whether it's this, whether it's Penvade, playing of beasts or whatever, and just go run that many runs, click, and I'm off to work. So I always make sure that the teams are full auto. And to make this work, you have to have it. Well, you don't have to have, but this is what I found works best. Anguish, A3, A2, A1. Sarah, A1 only, as we said, for that buff disruption. Isolde, as she's your main healer, you want her in 1, 2, and then 3. And then Sergius, 1, 2, and then 3. You want, obviously, this 3, A3 to go first for the level up, but if not, this is a nice AoE and this is a last resort. So let's give it a run. Let's see how it goes. Like I say, guys, it's not the quickest. It takes a few minutes, but it's the content completed without any losses in the team, and also it saves you from having to sit there and manually click. Obviously, these sort of games, we all just want to follow our team where we can go do that and go. Now, I know the Morgan team does that, but unfortunately, like I said, my Morgan isn't there yet. And I'm assuming there's going to be other people out there whose Morgan doesn't work. Sergius is a free hero. You get him from Arena with the tokens, and he's not massively buffed up. He is level 60, obviously. I think he's about 2 or 3 star ascended, and he's got a few skills into him, but that's about it. There's no, he's not awake until, in fact, he's not even awake chivalry, even. He hasn't even got the first chivalry level yet, and yet he still works. As you can see, made short order of the ads. Now it's on to the boss. As I always do, I attack the head only. Luckily, because I've done it this way with the 3 runs, multi-battle, I don't need to click on it. But if you're doing it for the first time, obviously make sure as soon as you get to this stage with the boss itself, click on his avatar there and make sure you're only attacking his head. Because attacking these, you're just taking damage away from the head, which makes the fight a lot slower. And I don't know really what to say now, guys. To be honest, the run speaks for itself. Like I said, it is a bit slow, but as you can see, Sergius pops the A3, which boosts everyone's attack gauge. Isolde does the heal, Sarah does the A1, Anguish does the dots. And then we're back round after Anguish's counter-attack to Isolde with another heal. As you can see, Isolde's healing quite regularly, which is why she can keep the team alive, although she's not the best healer. Obviously, Gillian, Sarah, if you've got those champions, but I like Sarah doing her A1, so I don't want her to be doing heals. I want her to be popping that buff disruption all the time. I want Sergius doing that A3 all the time, getting your attack gauge up. And this all works perfectly in the Flame Relic to do what we needed to do. So why change what works? I've tried this on stage 9. It's very close. Not quite there yet. But obviously once I work on Sergius and some better gear, maybe on Isolde and some more levels into a relic, that should hopefully improve the team so that I can push stage 9 and stage 10. Because if I can, to be honest, if I can even get to stage 9 without using Morgan, that's my what's the word? That's my happy place, if you get what I mean. I don't want to have to use only this champion, only that champion. I want to be able to play content and know that I can play that content without being stuck to one champion. And obviously there's people out there who don't spend money on these games or don't have the luck that they get a 10 times chivalried Morgan with all the skill books in it and everything at the moment. You know, I've been playing this game now since the first day of early access. Most of you guys are only going to be playing since global release. So it can be done. And I was free to play. If any of those of you that have come back to watch this video from watching my previous ones, I was free to play till about 2 weeks ago. And now I'm only low spend. It's very rare that I spend. When you get an offer that gives you like a load of extra, I don't know, stamina, for shall we say, for £2.99, I'll buy that. But I don't spend £100 and these £130 packs and £120 packs. I can't afford to do that. I've got a family to support. I've got other things, other commitments. I've just bought a new car, which I picked up today. So gaming for me is fun and enjoyment, and I'm not going to go out there and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds a week or a month or whatever on the game. But as you can see, sorry for the bit of a ramble, but I had to pass the time somehow, because it does take a while, like I say, this run, but it works, and that's what matters. And we're getting to the end now. Keep the buff disruptions up. Keep Anguish with his darts and his extra darts. More heals for Missold. And we should be just about buff disruption, Anguish, and that's it. There you go, guys. Stage 8, nice and easy. No Morgan needed. And as I said, Sergius is a free hero. You can go get him from just farming every day, going to farm the arena or Coliseum, whatever you want to call it. You don't need to be top in the league and everything like that. Just do maybe 10, 15 runs every day. Get into that top 10 of your bracket. Just by, even if you have to just farm the ads, the bots, and eventually you'll get enough to get Sergius. And as I've shown, Sergius with no chivalry or anything, it changes the team. Now, just to prove this, I want to show you something quickly. As I said, my Morgan isn't quite there yet, but let's go back to here. Let's look at my heroes. My Morgan, there she is. Level 6, 4-star ascended. Better gear. Better relic. And yet, putting Morgan in actually makes the team fail. Sergius, with all those extra attack gauge, makes the team work. So I hope this has helped you guys. I hope, obviously, some of you out there who have been struggling like I was finds this helpful, interesting. And if you do, please do like and subscribe to my videos and my content. I will be bringing more content out as I go along and trying to make, trying to find these workarounds that if you're not a big spender and you're not someone who sits and plays the game for 12, 13, 14 hours a day, you can still get the content done. And that makes me happy. So, peace out, guys. Take care.